During your bachelor's and master's, did you have any internship?
Yeah, I have a lot of internships.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I was studying, I had uh, three internships during my 4 year program. Like
Mm-hmm.
one I did in my third year, and the another two in my fourth year. And
Mm-hmm.
after that, also, and after graduating from my bachelor's program, I again did one internship. As you know,
Mm-hmm.
that internships are very easy to get. You can
Mm-hmm.
easily get the internship as they don't have to pay you, they don't have to give you the other
Mm-hmm.
facilities. So even the industries prefer to hire interns, as
Mm-hmm.
interns also help them in their
Mm-hmm.
workload and also help them to give them new ideas. So that's why
Mm-hmm.
I got, like, I had four internships during this time.
Amazing.
Yeah,
That's quite a lot of internships, aren't there? Normally, people don't get that many internships during their bachelor, correct? Mm-hmm. So
exactly.
that's amazing. You were
Yeah,
quite active in that area, so that's pretty impressive. Uh,
yeah,
but now you said that it's very easy to get these internships, and that contradicts what I've heard from many other students. Many students complain that it's difficult to get hold of these internships. So could you share a few tips on how you actually got through to these internships and how you ended up getting them? Did you use any specific platforms like LinkedIn or websites or so?
yeah. So if I got only one internship with one of my reference, otherwise
Mm-hmm.
all the three internships were just as I applied, and
Mm-hmm.
the many industries in Pakistan have their internship programs. You can say the internship drives, and sometimes they also visit universities to hire the
Mm-hmm.
interns, like
Mm-hmm.
three to four interns from each. You can say the section or each the batch, like from
Mm-hmm.
electrical, from the chemical. So
Mm-hmm.
if I remember about my time, I just you can say visited multiple websites,
Mm-hmm.
as I did one of my internship in one of the very major fertilizer industry in Pakistan. So
Mm-hmm.
they always open their internship right from 1st February to 28th or 29th February, whatever the year is. So I
Mm-hmm.
applied it, and then, like, I was not expecting that they would call me, but luckily you can say after 4 months I got email from their HR that we have selected you for internship, and if you are interested, then submit the following documents and
Mm-hmm.
also report it to the plant on that particular date. So
Mm-hmm.
I was not expecting that they will call me, but they did. And
Mm-hmm.
if I talk about, then one I did in the oil and gas, that is a government related government organization. So
Mm-hmm.
in that organization, one of my uncle was working. So I talked to him that I am very interested to work here, and then he said, okay, send me your CV. I will try to give you a
Mm-hmm.
4 week or 6 week
Mm-hmm.
internship. So I got an internship of 6 weeks there, but only
Mm-hmm.
that internship was of reference, and the other
Mm-hmm.
one on I applied. Then also, in if we talk about the paint industry, it was also a very big paint industry. So
Mm-hmm.
I applied it, and then again they called me, and then they said that we have hired you, and in total we have four students who all
Mm-hmm.
were graduates and who were doing internship in that paint industry. If we talk about the platform, then
Mm-hmm.
there are many websites who offer the internships. Then if we talk about big major industries in Pakistan, like the
Mm-hmm.
petroleum, the fertilizer, and then all the industries have their internship drives every
Mm-hmm.
year from you can say from uh, June to September. So
Mm-hmm.
if you want to, if any students want to go for an internship, they can start searching it from February. They can,
Mm-hmm.
so they will call them in the summer vacations when we have, like in June or July. Yeah.
Hmm. Okay, amazing. But then, like these trials that you mentioned, for example, let's say I have a few recruiters coming to my university. What would you
Mhm.
suggest to the students what they should do beforehand, before they go and talk to these people? Should they read up to the company, prepare their CVs, cover letters? Any tips and tricks that you can share?
Yeah, it's very important. The first thing is that if they don't met you as a person, then
Mm-hmm.
only your resume or your cover letter can portray your image towards them.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have mentioned a lot of things, not the useless thing, the things that would help you, like
Mm-hmm.
to enhance your
Mm-hmm.
profile. So it's a good approach to design a very good CV. Like
Mm-hmm.
you mentioned all the things which you have studied in your bachelor's program, then also
Mm-hmm.
your other skills. Like it's not only necessary that if you are a good chemical engineer, then you would
Mm-hmm.
be able to find a internship.
Mm-hmm.
Like there are also many other skills, like the communication skills, your personality, your presentation skills, that could also
Mm-hmm.
help you to give you an internship. So I think that it should be more presentable, and then
Mm-hmm.
as they all also know that we are just a student, so we don't have that much of industrial exposure, so they
Mm-hmm.
don't take interview like that in that way. They just simply ask us question with respect to our what we have studied in our engineering, and
Mm-hmm.
also with respect to our major courses, not that like the XYZ subjects. Yeah,
Okay. Mhm. So you have to be like you don't have to be an expert, but you need to know your craft when you're going to and talking to these people, and be well prepared and be but just be yourself, I guess, right? When you go and talk to
yeah,
these
exactly,
people. Perfect.
exactly.
But then, mhm. But then as an intern, if I was to ask, because now you have done multiple internships, so you have a really wide experience in that area. What are
Mhm.
the most common tasks and responsibilities that you were assigned in your internships as a chemical engineer?
Like if I talk about my internship, then
Mm-hmm.
the first thing is then they just give you their plant manuals,
Mm-hmm.
like how they are operating the plant, the major equipment, and
Mm-hmm.
then I think after 2 3 days when you have studied that material, then they will take you to the plant for a plant visit, and
Mm-hmm.
then I remember that wherever I go, they always ask me to do the line tracing of the plant, as it's the very first and it's a very difficult task for interns, as they don't
Mm-hmm.
know that where that if they have multiple pipelines, then it is a very difficult task to you can say to identify each line that it's coming from where and it's going where. So and I think it will take 2 to 3 days that interns are just sitting and looking at the plant all over, and
Mm-hmm.
just trying to, as everyone wants that his line
Mm-hmm.
tracing should be up to the mark, and the as supervisor or an engineer should be happy
Mm-hmm.
with him. So these were the major two things, and then the third thing that if we have a multiple sections in plant, then they also, like you can you can work in the different department in 3 to 4 days and in different department. So if, if you have all the knowledge that what they are doing, and I think that it is very helpful for you that you
Mm-hmm.
can easily understand the company, the profile, their structure, that how
Mm-hmm.
they work and what are the major products and etc. That's it. Yeah.
Amazing, and it really gives you like a very practical experience in chemical engineering, being able to see that how it's being applied in the industry as well. I guess, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Mm. Great. But then I'm going to ask you a question that everyone asks. As a student, either undergrad or master's, should the students focus more on optimizing their grades, or should they focus on getting more internships under their belt?
No, I think grades are also very important.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you want to get your first job,
Mm-hmm.
then I think and I know that many industries all over the world prefer
Mm-hmm.
that you have that particular CGPA, then you will
Okay.
be
Mm-hmm.
eligible to apply. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so I think that if you want to get a good job, then
Mm-hmm.
it is a very important thing that your grades should be you can say up to the mark that they could even shortlist you. Otherwise,
Mm-hmm.
they will not going to shortlist you. And then there are many companies who don't
Mm-hmm.
care about your CGPA. They just
Mm-hmm.
know about your. They just want to know that how much you know about the chemical engineering. And if you
Mm-hmm.
are like if you can satisfy them, then they could hire you. So I think
Mm-hmm.
the CGPA is important and unimportant at the same time. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. But then that's all the questions that we had about your internship. Then let's move
Mhm.
on and talk about your job experience from the industry. Thank you for listening. And if you have not done so already, remember to become a free member at Chemical Engineering Life. And do not forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel and stay tuned for more upcoming podcasts with chemical engineers. Thank you and have a great day.